We're going to call to order the October 2025 meeting of the Homewood Planning Commission. If we can start with a roll call, please.
All right. Mr. Henninger.
Here.
Ms. Wilcott.
Here.
Mr. Harwell.
Here.
Mr. Respento.
Here.
Mr. Armstead. Mr. Broadhead. Ms. Andrus.
Here.
Mr. Gulas.
Here.
And Mr. Roberts.
Here. Thank you, Fred. All right, so moving on, we had the August meeting minutes circulated, I think, last week. I took a look at them. They look good to me. If they look good to everyone else, I'd entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, the minutes are approved. All right, moving on, communications, Mr. Armstead's not here. I have no further communications. No old business, so we will move on to new business. The first two cases are related. They both relate to 198 Green Springs Highway. The applicant is Kelsey Crayer of HFA. Whoever's here to present on this case, if you come forward now.
All right. I would point out Mr. Park Grimmer is the owner of the property. He's also available to speak to the resurvey, which deals, but the final development plan is.
Great, thank you.
That's item number one.
Yeah.
That's right.
And if
Yeah,
you
so-
wouldn't mind, please, writing your name down on the pad and your address, and then stating them for the record, please.
Okay. Ten more right.
So if it's the plan commission's wish, we'll discuss both cases together and then vote separately.
Correct, correct. If
Right.
you heard that, we're just going to go, since the two cases are related, we'll discuss them at the same time, and then we'll vote separately.
Evening, my name is Park Grimmer. I'm the owner of the Green Springs Shopping Center. It's known as Green Springs Center LLC. And what we're trying to do is take the former, if you remember, the Central Bank, Compass Bank, BBVA Compass, PNC. Well, PNC is not there anymore. We now have a lease with Valvoline. And what we're trying to do on this resurvey is basically take the parking that the bank was using at the rear that's closest to the Mi Pueblo supermarket and just encompass that as part of this parcel. I think I sent it to Mr. Goodwin, so you should have it.
Right.
I sent you
yeah,
several of
the
these.
plan commissioners have complete drawings.
So- All right?
Right.
And that's all we're trying to do is just enlarge it. We're taking a little bit out of parcel AB is where Floor and Decor and Mi Pueblo are, and putting it into this to give that extra. They can have a stacking lane coming into the Valvoline Express Oil.
Correct.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. And if you, Mr. Greer, if you also discuss the final development plan that's attached to that, case FD 25-1002, that's for the actual development itself.
He has the development plan.
Okay.
I just have a rendering of it, and I've sent it to Mr. Goodwin, too.
Right.
Understood.
Here's a pen if you'll write your name down.
Thank you. My name is Russell Gartner. I represent HFA. I'm the civil engineer on staff for Valvoline here. I did the final development plan. I've got a couple copies here if you guys don't have it up there. Yeah, that's the elevations. There it is. That's what I'm looking at. Yeah, so it's a 1,600 square foot building that we're going on. We're reducing the impervious area that the bank had, as he was saying there. We've added landscaping here. We're kind of tying out on all our utilities, pretty much the same way the bank did, cleaning that up. The development is a redesign of the site we're pretty much going to saw cut where that new property line is and repave that whole area, put in our building, utilities, stormwater, and landscaping. Do you guys have any questions or?
We might in just a moment, but if
Sure.
that's it, we'll open up the public portion.
Perfect.
Okay, we're at this,
On the plan, the resurvey is at the top of the screen, where we're adding the extra land.
thank you, that's helpful. Okay, this is a public hearing. If anyone from the public is here to speak on this case, this is your opportunity to come forward. And seeing no one, we'll close the public portion. Sorry, just as you're walking away. If you come back up and answer our questions. And my understanding from looking at the drawings is that the access egress from Green Springs Highway is the same place that, same, curb cut, same entrance that the bank had before. We're not changing any of that.
Yes, sir.
Well, we are eliminating one on the right-hand side,
Yes.
where used to be the title place that caught fire. We're closing that off, and that will be landscaping now.
Okay,
Their primary entrance will be coming from the top, which is on the Mi Pueblo side, coming into the two service bays.
right, to access that property or the oil change service, from Green Springs, you would enter, I guess, to the south.
At the
And then-
traffic light.
The traffic, okay.
Come in the entrance and loop around and come, those cars are heading into the building from the top to the bottom. Then they'll come out and circle around and go back out into our service drive.
Oh, I see.
The direct connection, the interior connection that the bank had.
Oh, I see, okay. All right, thanks.
And so during operation, the bays would be open, I would assume, correct?
Yes, sir.
And it'd be visible from Green Springs?
Yes, sir.
The picture before showed the rendering of the Valvoline front. There you go. The one on the bottom would be the facing Green Springs. The one on the top right would be the Mi Pueblo side coming in from the back.
And this, obviously, this is a single-use kind of building. There's really nothing else that it could be. After y'all build this, it's an
Right.
oil change place.
Yes, sir.
We're hoping there for a long time.
Well, and I'm interested in that because of, obviously, the world's changing, electric cars, things like that. Is there any thought, I don't know, I mean, y'all maybe aren't the marketing team for Valvoline, but I'm curious if any thought's been put into that with future use of this site.
I think you're still gonna have cars gonna have to have service of some type. I don't know what all electric ones need besides just batteries.
Does
So,
this do more than just oil change? Is this full service?
I don't know. I'm thinking it's gonna evolve to have things like that that could probably take care of that.
We have a representative from Valvoline as well.
I could speak to that if it's all right.
If you could, if you would, if you're going to speak, if you could please write your name down and your address on the pad, and then
Thank you.
state it for the
Thank
record.
you. Oops.
Whoops. This site was originally 1968 Central Bank. Then it became, Compass Bank, BBVA, then PNC. So it's been there a while.
Mhm.
And the Mi Pueblo was originally a Kroger, and part of that building was also a Super X drug. And down where Floor and Decor was a WT Grant. So,
Long time ago.
like I said, I was in grade school, my dad developed the center, so I've been raised with it, so.
So to answer your question, yeah, about 95% of our business is oil change only, quick service oil change. 15 minutes, you're in, you're out. The customers stay in the car the entire time, pull in the back like Mr. Grimmer said, and sit in their car. We meet them at the door. They drive in, sit over the pit. We do all of our work from underneath. We have a full basement under that building so that the noise is maintained in that building and particularly in the basement. The doors are open during the summer months, but it's a clean site. I would liken it to many restaurants. We don't do mechanics work, we just change oil. That's what we do. So it's a good-looking building, and we think it works well for us, and we're able to go into a lot of markets that might not typically have an oil change business in their center, but we seem to be welcome in most of them. And we anticipate changing oil for a long time. I know that electric cars are going to be a part of the overall process, but even they need the fluids changed, and we'll adapt as required. Any other questions?
I'm sorry, would you repeat your name? I did not get it. Your name?
My name is James, yeah, I put it down, but James Douthit, D-O-U-T-H-I-T.
Okay.
Oh, you couldn't read my writing, could you?
Well.
Sorry.
He's with Valvoline.
Yeah, I'm with
Gotcha.
Valvoline.
Gotcha. And the hours of operation, what do you anticipate that?
During the week, Monday through Friday, it's typically 8 to 7. Saturday is 9 to 6. Sunday, typically we don't operate, but if we do, it's minimal, depending on the market.
And then I know you have a garbage dumpster at the rear of the building. That's
We have a dumpster wrap that's at the back of the building, away from the screen from the main street, and the finishes on the wrap are the same as the building.
Raises a good question. What do y'all do with the oil?
Everything is kept in the basement. Everything is delivered and removed in bulk. So we have a truck that comes in once a week, and they go through a port in the side of our building. The hose is taken down into the basement. All the tanks for all the various oils that we use as new oil, and then the used oil sit in that basement, double wall tank. The basement itself is wrapped in a waterproof membrane, so that we don't have to worry about water coming in. We don't have to worry about any water going out. And it's pumped out under pressure once a week, under low pressure, to suck the oil out or move the new oil into the tanks.
Is this a brand new building?
Brand new building, brick and ephes on the exterior, and we'll adapt to any code requirements we need as far as percentages and so forth.
I did want to say that the signage that they are showing is not a part of this approval, and that they will have to comply with the sign ordinance.
Yeah, under a separate
and that-
permit.
Yeah, under
Yes.
separate permit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We're willing to do that.
But yes, the bank buildings there now will be torn down, and we'll give them a clean site to build their building.
Mhm. Any time, well, I know, I don't have it in front of me. I know there's a construction schedule attached. When do you anticipate beginning and ending construction on this?
Obviously, we've got site work that needs to be done, and we'll do diligence on the property itself to make sure we can put a basement in and it meets all our other standards, and we understand the way we have to build a building. We would hope to be open by late next year.
What are the possibilities of not having the bays face the main road?
It won't fit on this particular lot, because the depth of the lot with proper stacking and getting out of the front is, that's the only way we can sit on that lot.
I think it's important to note that this district, the GERD, was originated to move away from kind of automotive-related businesses and try to make it more neighborhood-facing, friendly businesses. And I think that has been amended over time to allow for some Pep Boys being the example. But I think that is still the spirit of the GERD.
Right now, there's 3 drive-throughs there where the bank was.
Drive-throughs?
Drive-throughs, yeah, that are almost the same thing as a bank, but they're open. It's just a covered roof.
What I mean is catering to auto service, basically. That was Green Springs' kind of MO, as you know, for years. I think, mobile banking, or not mobile, but the drive-through banking. It's a different use.
Yeah, I really do think it's important to think of us not as a garage, but we are a service, and it's 15 minutes per car typically. It's quiet operation. The noise you hear out of our, from a noise perspective, is check your lights, come on, ready to go, you may leave the bay. I mean, it's the verbal commands to be a safe and efficient operation. There's no equipment other than a compressor that runs the oil through the pressure system that delivers that into the motor, and that is in a soundproof room. We take extra care we understand we're sitting in someone's neighborhood, and we feel like that's a place to be to service our customers correctly. So, you know, they drop in 15 minutes, they can be on their way. But we take special care to make the building look nice, to make sure that we are not a noisy situation. I will tell you that we're quieter than most drive-through restaurants that have a squawk box on the outside of their building. So, and if it came down to it, and the need was to have a condition that we close those front doors, they're on automatic buttons, and we can do that. But we feel like it's a more efficient operation for us not to do that. To do it when it's required for weather conditions and so forth. But if it can be left open, it works better for us.
Approximately how many employees would be operating out
On a
here?
2-bay, which what this is, we would have typically 6 full-time and 1 part-time.
And that all there at the same time, though,
That's correct.
maybe 3 or 4 at a time.
And is the landscaping that's depicted on this development plan, is it consistent with the?
The landscaping will be whatever's required to meet code, yeah.
This
Yeah.
is based on requirements, yes, sir. Which helps at least soften it up a little bit.
Yep.
Especially compared to what's there now.
It's an improvement for sure.
And in instances where we need to add a little bit of screening on the front side, we can certainly look at that too.
With the extension of the lot to the left, if we're looking at this picture right here, do we anticipate any changes into the entrance or exit to the whole development?
No.
We're using the same curb line.
Same curb line,
And then
okay.
building off of that.
Right to the left of that, we have Bank of America will be on that parcel.
Okay.
And they just announced in the Birmingham Business Journal this week that they're starting to open up or start construction. They're doing the one on 280 where the, what was it, the grill is out there on 280?
Superior.
Superior Grill. That's gonna be their first one. I hope ours will be second.
Gotcha. Thank you.
And we're in the process of redoing the parking lot now. We're making the patching. We're getting ready to do the overlay, and then we're gonna repaint the whole center, the main part of the center. The light poles, pylon sign, all the metal handrails, everything. So the center will look really good, you know, in the spring. We're gonna do some re-landscaping. I've had some trucks run over some of my crepe myrtles. A few stop signs have been hit, you know, things like that.
One other comment I'd like to make, you know, that we talked about the entrances and the exits a while ago, the egress and ingress. You guys know there was an egress off the old bank that came right down into that, where the approach is into the center.
Bottom left-hand
Yeah,
side.
that's going away, obviously. The one on the other side is going away, which was almost straight across to the right side, that's going away. So it's a much better situation for traffic and for safety to have everything coming off the back of our site into the parking lot. The other thing is we'll do our average oil change per day is about 45 to 50. So that's 45 to 50 cars traffic that we add to the traffic pattern in a day's time. It's a nice tax cut for not a lot of impact on your infrastructure, so.
You mentioned some screening. Would you want to proffer maybe some additional screening?
I'm sorry.
You mentioned some screening. Would you want to proffer maybe some additional
We
screening
could do
for
some more
landscaping?
landscape screening, trees or bushes, and kind of isolate the building a little bit, you know, so you couldn't see inside the building quite as easily.
To make that official as part of the, for
Mhm.
approval?
Yep.
Okay. Well, with that proffer, then I would move to approve, beginning with case number RS 251001.
I'll second.
Who seconded, Mr.
Spinta.
Respinto? All right, this is on the resurvey, the first case, the resurvey. All right, Ms. Wilcott?
Yes.
Mr. Harwell?
Yes.
Mr. Respinto?
Yes.
Mr. Henninger?
Yes.
Ms. Andress?
Yes.
Mr. Gulas?
Yes.
And Mr. Roberts?
Yes, so your resurvey case passes. And I would entertain a motion on FD 251002, the final development plan, again, with the same property we talked about a moment ago.
And the signage, please.
You're right, and also conditioned on approval and permitting of signs.
And I just wanted to clarify, the screening was more softening the image of the building from Green Springs. So, Kale, is that something they can work with you on to accomplish that task?
Yeah, when the development plan goes to city council, we might work with you guys and sort of land on what additional screening means.
Perfect.
Whether that's a certain number of trees or shrubs or capacity or.
Yeah, they weren't required to do the perimeter landscaping because they only have 8 permanent on-site parking spaces and 10 is required before that part of the landscape ordinance kicks in. So perhaps it's just gonna be as easy as requesting that they put that in, like it would be required with 10 spaces.
We like easy. We don't find it very often.
So with that, I would make a motion then to approve the case FD 251002.
Second.
Okay. Mr. Gulas?
Yes.
Ms. Andress?
Yes.
Mr. Henninger?
Yes.
Mr. Respinto?
Yes.
Mr. Harwell?
Yes.
Ms. Wilcott?
Yes.
And Mr. Roberts?
Yes, and so your case will go to city council with the 7-0 positive approval from the commission. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, our next 2 cases, again, are related. They are a rezone case, RZ 2510-03, and a resurvey, RS 25-10-04. Both cases relate to Our Lady of Sorrows Church at 1730 Oxmoor Road. If the applicant would come forward, you're already here. See if you could just state your name orally for the record as well, and then tell us about your cases.
Sure. My name is Chris Eckroat. I'm with Caprine Engineering, and I'm representing Our Lady of Sorrows Parish for this hearing. So let me finish writing down my address here. Okay. On the screen above is a plat that we're going to be presenting in the 4th item on the agenda, but it's tied to the rezoning that we're requesting and about to discuss right now. A couple of months ago, the pastor of Our Lady of Sorrows asked me to help him consolidate the property for the campus into a single lot. It looks like, in long story short, through all of that discovery and research, we found out in the early 2000s that this property was actually, somebody had started the process of vacating right-of-way, and you can see some of the properties up there that are grayed out are actually vacated right-of-ways and currently recorded with instrument numbers down at probate. Just for whatever reason, they never pushed it over the finish line to do a resurvey. We have no explanation why. I even reached out to the original engineer that I presume started it as part of the Family Life Center's design and construction, and the parking deck was there, that was there. Also in that research, we discovered that one of the lots that the church owns is zoned C1 for whatever reason, and the existing parking deck that's been there since the early 2000s is built right over top of it. I called him about that. I asked him how you did that, and he said, I have no idea, didn't know it was like that. So long story short, we're just trying to do a little bit of housekeeping and get everything cleaned up. We have one lot, I believe it's 1691 is the address for it. It's the top left lot. There's actually another exhibit I provided that shows that lot outlined on the plat. But it's the very top, very northernmost corner up there is that lot. And it's currently under parking deck. And we're just requesting that it be rezoned to I-2, which would make it match everything else that's on that campus. And then should our rezoning request be, should we get a favorable outcome with that, we would just request that for approval of a resurvey to resurvey the entire campus into a single lot. Other than the one lot up there that's landlocked by the Park Ridge right-of-way and that one alley right-of-way, we can't do that one, but that's okay. The rest of the contiguous lots, we want into a single lot. Yeah, outlined by the darker line, that's right, if you can see that on the screen. It was meant to be red, but it looks black on that screen right there. But yes, everything within the darker line is what we want ultimately resurveyed into a single lot. And with that, I defer to any questions you may have or anything that the public might want to.
Thank you. We'll have to open it up for the public first,
Sure,
but you might
sure.
not want to step too far away.
Yep.
This is a public meeting. If anyone wants to speak to this case, this is your opportunity to come forward.
Are we making a distinction between the two cases, you know, the resurvey, the rezoning?
For purposes of the public portion, or?
Yeah, all right,
Yeah,
I'm just saying, you've opened a public hearing. Is this for discussion on both cases at the same time?
Yeah,
or-
that was my intention is,
That's
yes.
what, I just want to clarify that.
Yeah, if you would like to speak to
Yeah,
either of these
either
cases.
case, right, okay.
And seeing no one, will close the public portion. And I guess am I correct that, yeah, obviously we'll vote on the rezone, but we're not the final decision maker with respect to that, and we can't resurvey lots with different zoning into one lot. So I guess this, if we recommend rezoning and recommend the resurvey would be contingent on
That's right.
council's approval.
The plan commission could approve the resurvey, but it would not be recorded until that rezoning took effect.
Okay.
So, right, rezoning is recommendation, but the action by the plan commission could approve the resurvey, but it would not be recorded until it's rezoned.
I mean, I know that there's a parking deck on this lot. Do we know what was on there previously, before the parking deck?
I don't remember, that was over 20 years ago. I only remember it as a parking deck at this point, although I remember it getting designed and constructed, I don't remember.
And it's the parking deck that you don't want resurveyed? You said there's a corner that's not going to be resurveyed into one lot, along with the
Well,
other parcels?
Well, most of the parking deck, you can see on that map that's up on the screen, you can see the red lines depict the one lot that is zoned C1.
Right.
And everything else is I2 within that green line.
Right.
So portions of the parking deck are rezoned I2 they just happen to live on a separate lot for whatever reason.
Okay. I thought you said, when you were asking about the resurvey, that there was a part of the parcel that
Oh,
you
no,
didn't
the
want.
parking lot, you see the
Yeah.
surface parking lot to the left, that was from years ago, and it's landlocked by the two public right-of-ways that we're not crossing.
Gotcha.
It was just, I guess it's part of they own the lot, but it's not part of our consolidation.
I gotcha, okay.
My only comment is the same comment I have about when all churches come up here, that institutional zoning is over restrictive. It should be conditional use zoning in all commercial spaces, just like we do in the GERD or the HERD or other areas. They wouldn't even require this to be an issue. So at some point, Chairman, I'd love for the committee to look at potentially rectifying that issue at the appropriate time. Other than that, let's move forward with approval.
Yeah.
Which one do you want first, zoning?
We'd start out with the rezone, since that's the first one out numerically.
Motion to approve the rezoning from C1 to I2.
Second.
All right. One second. Okay. Ms. Wilcott,
Yes.
Mr. Harwell,
Yes.
Mr. Respento,
Yes.
Mr. Henninger,
Yes.
Ms. Andrus,
Yes.
Mr. Gulas,
Yes.
and Mr. Roberts.
Yes, so the rezone will go to city council with a 7-0 positive approval. And I would entertain a motion on the resurvey 251004.
So move.
Second.
All right. Mr. Goulas,
Yes.
Ms. Andrus,
Yes.
Mr. Henninger,
Yes.
Mr. Respento,
Yes.
Mr. Harwell,
Yes.
Ms. Wilcott,
Yes.
and Mr. Roberts.
Yes, so your resurvey is approved.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, we're going to call up our next two cases, RS 251005 and AD 251006, both relating to the resurvey relating to 880 Brookwood Village, the amended development plan relating to 868 Brookwood Village. And if whoever's here to speak on this case, if you can come forward, please.
My name is Alex Patillo with Shoal Engineering, representing this case. And of course, I guess talking about the resurvey plat first, this is to resurvey the existing Lot 1FA at Brookwood Village into two lots, 1FC and 1FD. And really the purpose of this plat is to facilitate the transfer of ownership of Lot 1FC, which is immediately next to the recently recorded Lot 1K. And then the final development plan has been amended to reflect this resurvey plat, and it also shows on Lot 1FC the proposed future work that is to take place. It would be a renovation of the mall to reserve 30,000 or so square feet of core and shell space for PCD2 approved uses. And the remainder of what was the mall in this lot would then be converted to parking. The lot is really from two expansion joints, but the split in the levels does not align. That's why you've got some overlap in parking on various levels. It leads to the confusing breakdown. But really those levels that overlap, kind of staggered in between, that connect to the Lot 1K would be dedicated back over to Lot 1K via easement.
Okay, if you have nothing further, at least at this point, we'll open up the public portion. Again, this is opening it up with respect to both cases, the resurvey and the amended development plan. This is your opportunity to come forward if you want to speak. And seeing no one, we will close the public portion and open it up for questions. In the project narrative for the development plan, the last sentence reads that the purchaser of Lot F1C, the one that would be created, will grant a parking easement in favor of the Andrews facility for the exclusive use of the 156 spaces. So is that the plan for the Andrews to have exclusive access to the parking? At least I'd understood that there was going to be some sort of shared parking there.
Not quite sure.
Hi, I'm Nancy Farron. I represent Andrews Sports Medicine as well as the company that will be looking to purchase the expansion 1 to expansion 2 joint, so we're calling it. Your question is about parking. Parking would be shared there. The additional purchase from EJ1 to EJ2 is to ensure that Andrews does have substantial parking as well as enough room for a 30,000 square foot core and shell of future office, medical, whatever that may be, and more than enough per code of parking for that 30,000 square feet. So it is to kind of make both of those, that whole that whole set exceed code on parking.
Mathematically, we've done it so that it is parking, that there's enough parking for the core and shell, and the parking and easement could go straight to Andrews. I don't know if the agreement lets them share it or not, but mathematically, they both have their own parking.
Under the agreement of Andrews of their lease, they do have parking that is dedicated directly for them.
So in answer to the chairman's question, the 156 spaces will be dedicated and reserved for Andrew's
Yes, sir.
clients,
Yes, sir.
patients, okay.
Yes, sir.
It'll be so marked in some way, I guess, okay.
Mr. Chairman, Alex and I, that's what the math looks like. It's confusing. But the parking is there for the square footage and the use that they want to provide. I think how they split it up is right now with the lawyers trying to figure out how to understand and read the cross-parking agreements. Is that fair to say?
To my understanding, they're talking now, and yes, that is fair, that there will be some cross parking easements that are done between both sides.
Is the plan to have those ready by the time this is approved or before city council for approval? Or is that?
I'm not able to say that, answer that.
Hey, Mel McElroy, I'm working with Fairway, and I can kind of answer that question. The parking, the easements that provide cross-parking for Andrews are in connection with the prior development plan approval. I believe that was conditioned on the city attorney reviewing and approving the cross-parking easements to ensure that the adequate parking is there to serve the Andrews use. Those drafts are with the city attorney, and so before a CO can be issued for any work, those agreements will have to be approved. But we're pretty far along with that review and don't expect any problems.
Thank you.
Has Andrews purchased the building that they were purchasing or not?
We are in the process of closing at this time. Paperwork is live.
Is there an estimated closing date?
Within the next 2 weeks.
Can y'all go through some potential uses for this new lot? You know, can we talk at least in generalities about what could go in there?
Generalities of a 30,000 square foot, it would be ideal for another medical type use. There's also enough of the 30,000 for retail on the bottom. If you'll notice that where you would be pulling into that area will have its own access. And so there could be some retail at the bottom, office space. There've been some discussions with a couple of people that have wanted to do more of their office building there. So it's kind of open for anything. It is not going to be mixed use, I mean, as far as multifamily. It will not be that.
But hotel's a possibility?
No.
No?
Is there more of a master plan for the whole development? Or is it
Not at this time.
piecemeal?
I mean, the Fairway continues to work on a master plan. I mean, this has always been sort of the first step of the process, but that they continue to work on pulling that plan together.
Did I hear, you mentioned additional parking, and there is parking under the building, as I understand, or as I recall. Is any of this building set to be demolished at this point for parking? Or any of the shell of the mall set to change?
Yes, so right now, within that red hatch shape, which is Lot 1FC, there's 2 levels of mall above 1 level of parking. The lower level of mall will be completely converted to parking, and the upper level will be part parking, and part of it is that 30,000 core and shell space.
I'm confused. I thought You had 30,000 square feet for the potential use, and then you had parking down below, 60-some thousand of square feet below. 2 levels, tell me again, what did you say? One of those levels would be this?
Yeah,
and
the
then
very
another-
low level, which was called level 0, will remain parking, and will not change. The intermediate level, level 10, is being converted from mall space to parking. And then the top level, which is called level 25, is going from mall to core and shell and parking.
And then as a reminder, there's another level on the Andrews side that is also parking.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
the lot lines align with the expansion joints for structural reasons. The split levels in the mall did not align with that, and so you've got some overlap from the garage levels next to Andrews and the mall that is now being converted to parking. So those levels are staggered, there's a little bit of overlap, and that's the confusion on the levels and the parking breakdown.
And then, again, I'm trying to visualize it, the new shell space, will it be separated, I'm sure it will be, from the remainder of the eastern part of the mall that still exists? You're not
Yes, it would,
tearing down anything at this point, it'll just be sealed off, and this will be the new use, and you'll, until future date, that'll still remain the mall, the
yes,
remainder.
until something else happens with the rest of that.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
So is the facade changing at all, or is it,
We're adding two,
where you're
where
tearing
the
down
the
parking?
development plan shows adding 2 entrances to Lot 1 FC. One would be from the front, which enters the lower level 10, and the other one would be from the back, which enters the top level.
But to your question of the facade, it would be, it will go in concert with what we are doing on the Andrews facade.
and is that? Maybe I'm looking at, is this an old development plan, or is this a new development plan? It's a new one. Hmm. Maybe I'm not reading it right.
I will just comment, for our neighborhood, we're very excited.
Yeah, no, I don't
So,
see.
let's see.
Phil, is the development plan we've got, does it show all that or not? No, I'm not seeing it.
With the development plan, you have to show all.
I mean, where you're changing the facade and tearing down parts of the,
No, there are
Structure?
no elevations.
it's not needed for development plans?
It's not.
Changing.
Right, right now what they're getting approval for is because we're carving out the lot, so when
Okay,
we,
so this is.
so it's like a
this is
resurvey
this is all right,
development
So this is
plan,
just
right?
basically,
if they
More
wanted
of
to
what?
come up and extend through the roof and go to 5 stories with something, that would have to come back.
there's more because of resurvey more than anything.
Right. But a part of the reason, from what I understand, of carving out this lot is so they can support Andrews' parking requirements, because currently Andrews doesn't have enough parking on their lot to support it.
Okay.
Is that right?
Yeah, and it's kind of piggybacking on that condition from the previous
Right.
development plan.
If we were to get the appropriate parking for Andrews, we would have to cut between EJ1 and EJ2. And structurally, you can't really do that. That's kind of the big issue there.
But you're having a cross easement, parking agreement between the two parcels anyway.
But to be clear, so a development plan wouldn't come back to you if they want to stay within the core and shell space and provide
Well,
a use that's allowed.
Inside the building,
That's
inside
right.
the existing structure. If
Correct.
the structure changes, then
Right,
it would.
that's right.
Well, I'll make a motion to approve the resurvey 251005.
I'll second that.
Okay, this is on the resurvey. Ms. Wilcott,
Yes.
Mr. Harwell,
Yes.
Mr. Respento,
Yes.
Mr. Henninger,
Yes.
Ms. Andress,
Yes.
Mr. Gulas,
Yes.
and Mr. Roberts.
I'm going to recuse. So the resurvey is approved by a 6-0 vote.
601?
601, yes. All right, and then we'll entertain a motion on the amended development plan.
I'll move to approve the amended development plan 251006.
Second.
I'm sorry, who seconded it? Okay, thanks. Okay. All right. Mr. Goulas,
Yes.
Ms. Andrus,
Yes.
Mr. Henninger,
Yes.
Mr. Respento,
Yes.
Mr. Harwell,
Yes.
Ms. Wilcott,
Yes.
and Mr. Roberts.
Recuse again. So that, the amended development plan will go forward to city council with the 6-0-1 affirmative or approval. And I guess that's it. All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.
All right, so next and last case is AD 25-10-07, Piggly Wiggly redevelopment at 3000 Independence Drive. If the applicant, whoever is presenting the case would come forward, please.
Yeah, my name is Robert Thompson with Thompson Architecture, and I'm the architect for the project.
Josh Donnell with Shoal Engineering and Civil Engineering on the project.
So I'll let Josh probably do most of the talking on the site planning itself, but in general, the project encompasses adding 7,500 square feet to the existing Piggly Wiggly building, renovating the existing Piggly Wiggly building as well, and creating new frontage on Highway 31 and on Oxmoor Road, improving the parking that is between the CVS and the Piggly Wiggly. A lot of this was precipitated by AlDOT closing the entrance off of 31, or their impending closing of the entrance off of Highway 31 right by the intersection, which is where the front parking of Piggly Wiggly is now. Having faced with losing that entrance, we decided just to do a total kind of rearrangement of the store to where the entry to the store would now be from the parking lot between the CVS and the Piggly Wiggly, and turning and adding retail space toward Highway 31 and a little bit of retail space toward Oxmoor Road. And also losing that entrance and that parking also means a kind of a hindrance to utilizing the existing parking on the Oxmoor Road side. Therefore, the owner of this property has agreed to allow City of Homewood to use that area as additional landscape space that would work with the underpass improvement project that the City of Homewood has.
So as you can see on the site plan, we're keeping all of the main access points right now to the site, except for that one that is being taken away at the northern part of the site off of Highway 31. We are adding an additional parking area down in the southwest corner of the site. As you can see, we have about 114 parking spots proposed for this as new parking spots. I believe we're looking at around 153 total for the site. I believe there's maybe 110 now existing. We're going to be picking up the stormwater on the site through a series of inlets, routing it into a proposed stormwater management area. This is for the added additional impervious areas for the expanded parking lot. We'll be picking up that stormwater in the southwest corner of the site as well, and then we'll be tying that back into the municipal storm system. Landscaping, our landscape architect couldn't be here tonight, but our landscaping plan has met the city requirements. believe that's it.
Okay, thank you. All right, this is a public hearing. If anyone is here to speak on this case, this is your opportunity to come forward. And seeing no one, we'll close the public portion and open up for questions.
I know truck routes to your loading dock has been a point of concern.
Correct.
Would you like to speak to how that will work under this plan?
And what time they'll be going.
Yes, the loading docks actually will not change from its current location, and the routing in for the trucks would not change from its current method of bringing trucks into the site. So it stays the same, as opposed to, I think, the previous iteration of this had trucks closer to the Courtney Drive, which I think was somewhat potentially, I guess, objectionable at the time. So this leaves the truck where it currently is now.
Your Courtney Drive neighbors are very appreciative.
Right.
Thank you. I think it's an excellent plan. We've seen it at the city council when we were discussing the incentive package that we had redo, and it is the very best version of the plan that you guys have brought forward. The green space looks great, the building looks great. You've worked out the situation with your neighbors on Courtney Drive. We're really excited to have you there, so thank you.
Okay, if there aren't any other questions,
Do it.
I would entertain a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
I missed the initial motion. You seconded, who made?
Mr. Roberts.
I don't know that you can make a motion.
I didn't make,
Yeah.
I'll also vote to approve it too. I mean,
How about
I'll
you,
s-
how
I'll
about you
second
set the
it.
motion and,
Yeah.
and I'll second it? How about that?
There we go.
All right,
without
Mr. Spinto
everybody.
makes the motion, and Ms. Harwell will second it. Is that correct?
Great.
Okay. All right. Just, I'll make sure. Okay. Very good. All right, Ms. Wilcox,
Yes.
Mr. Harwell,
Yes.
Mr. Respento,
yes.
Mr. Henninger,
Yes.
Ms. Andrus,
Yes.
Mr. Goulas,
Yes.
and Mr. Roberts.
Yes, so it'll go forward to city council. Your case will go forward to city council with a 7-0 positive vote. Thank you.
Give your new architect a raise. I want to know where this was 2 years ago.
I second that.
Okay, moving on, the next item on the agenda is recommendations of the nominating committee for the positions of chairman and vice chairman. Mr. Harwell, you are the chair of the nominating committee. What nominations do you wish to put forth?
We recommend that you, Mr. Roberts, remain as chairman, and Eric Henninger will be the vice chairman.
Okay. So, Fred, just to remind me, we just vote on the slate at once, or we vote,
Well,
or is there different ways we can do this?
if the commission, if there are no other nominations from the floor,
Sure.
if there are, this would be the opportunity to entertain those.
Yes.
If
I say
there
we put
were
it to a
not,
vote.
then if it's the consensus of the commissioners that slate be the ones that they will vote on, then that's what
And
we do.
with the caveat that the vice chair nominee cannot nominate anyone else for vice chair.
Correct.
Do I get a vote?
Okay.
You're stuck.
But for the record, does anyone else have any other nominations for either of these positions?
Mr. Espinto would like to volunteer.
To what, to nominate someone else? I nominate Mr. Eric Henninger.
So if not, then you would accept a motion to accept the recommendations of the nominating committee.
Okay, well, that said, well, I'll accept a motion to accept the recommendations of the nominating committee.
So moved.
That was-
Second.
Second, all right.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, all right, well,
Make a motion to adjourn?
Congratulations, yay.
Stuart, if you
I'll-
step down at any point, this is null and void.
Nice volunteering. Great job, Eric.
all right. Yeah, I think with all that, we'll adjourn. Thank you.
But-
Good job,
So
guys.
we wanted-
Talk about getting railroaded.
we want